everyone, it's Lynn Wilson at Lynn Wilson Originals here on a sunny day in Mills River. It was actually overcast when I started planning this. I'm going to strip some furniture, I'm going to strip a tabletop, and it's actually better when it's overcast because your stripper doesn't dry out as fast. So just to go over quickly the things that I'm going to use, the stripper that I like is actually aircraft remover. It's by Rust-Oleum. I have not been able to get this on Amazon anymore. I go to like an auto parts store to find it. You'll want to be wearing gloves. These are, I think Raven makes them, but the key is that they're chemical resistant gloves. First time I tried it, my gloves started melting on me. You should have some steel wool handy, but even what I like better than steel wool are these stripping pads. And you'll use those to remove the last bit of stripper, and also when you use your after wash. And the after wash helps to remove any remnants of the stripper. Finally, you'll need a scraper. This is a metal scraper. You need to be a little bit careful with that because you can dig into the wood. The stripper makes it a little bit soft, and I have gouged wood before. Other things, I keep some newspaper on hand. There's actually newspaper all around this table because my pets come in and out through here, and I wouldn't want them to step in any of the stripper that might fall onto the ground. I apply the stripper with just a chip brush that I can throw away, and when I scrape it off, I either scrape it off into a paper plate or into cardboard. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and cut this stripping pad into smaller pieces. They say you can wash this, but I mean, I guess if you were using a different kind of stripper you could, but not with the stripper that I use. And you really should be wearing a ventilator type mask and eye protection, as well as long sleeves and pants. It's really hot right now, so I don't have on long sleeves and pants, but you betcha that the first few times I did this, I did, because it burns. And I just can't talk with a ventilator on. Okay. So I apply this very thick. You're supposed to put it into another container and then brush it on, but I go straight from the container. Mainly because I just don't have a lot of other like spare metal containers sitting around. And it is already working because it's so hot out here. The last thing you want is for your stripper to dry. So it's already kind of drying. So I'm having to move pretty fast. Make sure you get your edges. Yeah, in retrospect, I probably should have dragged this into the garage. Oh, we're getting a little cloud cover, so that should help. And sometimes I just start sanding. I don't even bother with stripping, but this finish was really thick and I was gonna burn through a lot of sandpaper. So I may end up applying this twice because I need to get it off before it dries. So it is taking some of the old finish off. So this is getting that shiny layer off. I don't know, maybe it was shellac. I think it was shellac. And I'm not even going to try to use the scraper on the sides. I'll use my scrubbing pad on the sides. And I have an Amazon store. I guess that's what it's called. It's Lynn Wilson ORIG-20. I don't know if that's how you find it, but that's where I list all the products that I like to use. I've got furniture transfers, stuff for furniture painting, stuff for furniture stripping, refinishing. Okay, at this point, I'm going to take my steel wool and go around the edges. And one of the reasons I like the scrubby pads more than the steel wool is they don't degrade as quickly. I fill up the steel wool pretty fast with this stuff. And it also, as I'm seeing here, it's got a little more tooth to it. It's taking it off better. So at this point, you know, sometimes I go and I put another coat of stripper on, but this has gotten it down to the point that I can deal with it sanding. So I'm going to go ahead and use the afterwash. And again, I like to use these stripping pads by 3M. It's getting a lot off. And I've learned to make sure I get these edges because they're really hard to sand. So that's about it. I let this dry for a while, and I'm certainly not going to put a primer on it right away. I will probably sand it a little more because there are some places where I feel like I didn't get the primer or the finish off as well. But I know my work is going to be much easier now that I have that top layer of finish off. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'm at Lynn Wilson Originals. That's my Facebook page. I'm also on Pinterest and Instagram. So hope that was helpful and hope you have a great rest of your day.